fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Lynch. Flushed out right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Lynch. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now Case Keenum in the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 30.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Demarius. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw is Lynch. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And going deep for it. Got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for KC. 46 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 15 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Now it's the former Bronco. This is C.J. Anderson. Fights through, and now a crease. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They run with Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lynch now throwing on third. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Keenum now on second down. That is incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Got it in. He finds Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Mike Daniels busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Keenum. Looking sideline, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing is Keenum. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Detroit! Over!
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now Lynch. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a give to Yeldon. And he's got some space here. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Watch him now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Benny Logan in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a handoff to Yeldon. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Keenum. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Lynch. Fighting through pressure. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now Lynch. It's complete to Chris Conley. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey. Four down. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Detroit!
They go play action with Lynch. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the field. And he's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Butker now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Keenum to throw. A heavy rush, and down he goes. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken near the 13. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Watch it now, Barney!
On second down, here's Lynch. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lynch looking to throw on second. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Lynch. And he fires one, but incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The pitch goes to Yeldon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
To throw is Keenum. That is man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, and was able to track the ball in another.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one, 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw, Keenum. inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, Keenan. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They give it to him running left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
That was he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And out come the Chiefs now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Watching that, Barney, Barney.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, Anderson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Lynch. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Lynch with it on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown. The multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they
And
want the
penalty is
points, so
declined.
they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Keenum, gotta have this one. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, Plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Jam.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. They have to use timeouts. What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now it's Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is Hunt. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. On the return is Henderson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. His throw incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Play action. It's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now we get to the up man. That's Sherman. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.